Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Candace. I'm Candace and we're going to be conversing today. So, I subscribe to BOXYCHARM. I had been seeing it online for months and months. I feel like over a year I saw advertisements for BOXYCHARM, and their whole deal is that you get $125 worth of stuff for $25 per month. And it's a subscription service. And the first thing I thought was, well, what if I don't like it? Can I cancel? And they have a little memo on the bottom that says you can cancel anytime. So it really makes it seem like BOXYCHARM is worth the money, especially if you're getting the awesome products that they show you in the advertisement. So I got my first box and it actually came relatively fast. Now I've used the items that are in here. They're all on my face somewhere. So I'm going to go through the items, tell you how fast I got it, then go through the items, and we'll talk about what I think about them and whether or not I feel like they are really worth the money. So let's get started. So I placed my order for BOXYCHARM on April 13th. I got a confirmation April 14th, and then on Monday, April 20th, they sent me a message and said that my order was on its way. So in 1 week, 7 days from the time I ordered to the time it was shipped to me, that's how long it took, 1 week. I've read stories of people who say that it takes forever for theirs to come. It's been 21 days. It's been 17 days. I did not experience that, but I feel like it also probably had to do with the fact that I order in the middle of the month. If you order at the beginning of the month and they don't ship out until the 20th, it's going to take that long for it to come. So I don't know if it comes the same day every month, but my first month experience was 7 days from the time I ordered to the time it shipped. And then shipping took like 3 days, maybe 2. And I got my item. So the first thing I used was a primer. This is the POREfessional primer. And I actually really like it. It reminds me of the pink e.l.f. primer, the one that's poreless. It feels like velvety smooth going on my face. I didn't really notice a difference in my pores that much, but I also don't have big pores. But it did make my skin feel very smooth and ready for the foundation. The next thing in the box is this iconic London Illuminator, and when I saw this, I wasn't really sure what it was for. But I assumed it was for highlighting because it's kind of bronzy, it's kind of shimmery. I didn't want to mix it with my foundation, so I just used it here on my cheekbones. But after I put it on and I kind of let it sit for a second and then I put on the foundation, I didn't really notice a difference in the highlighted part of my face. It just seemed to kind of disappear underneath the foundation. The foundation I used was e.l.f. and it seems to be a medium coverage, so I would hope to have seen it through the foundation. But I'm also inside. Maybe if I had gone outside, I would have seen it. Or if I had mixed it with the foundation, maybe I would have gotten like an all over glow. So I could also use this without foundation, I guess, if I wanted a glowy look. But I'm not going to a foam party, so I don't really need that. I don't know if I'll be using this too many more times, but it is worth having. I may also look up some more people on YouTube who have used this and kind of see how they used it just to see if it's worth it or not. This box also came with a set of eyeshadow brushes, and these brushes are a really cute color. They have the neon vibe going on, and I did use all but one. There's one for eyebrows and cleaning up under the eyebrows. There's 2 fluffy shadow brushes and one that's a little more packed. I used all but one, and I really like the brushes. They're basically like every other brush that I've used, so it's good to add to the brushes that I have. I didn't really need these, but I feel like more people on this subscription service were asking for palettes and lipsticks and things of that nature, and they were like, no, y'all are gonna take these brushes. This box came with 2 eyeshadow palettes, and the first eyeshadow palette is from Pure. It's the Midnight Masquerade face palette, and it has eyeshadow as well as blush, and it's actually a pretty decent palette. I used the mask off color here for my inner corner highlight, and that worked out very well. I also used the Revel color blush on my cheeks. I actually had to dab some of that off because it came off a little bit brighter than I thought it was going to. But overall, I really like how this palette looks. I like that each of the colors has a little bit of a shimmer, with the exception of this one color here. But this is probably a palette that I'm going to use often. I also use the Twilight color here on my nose as well as on my brow bone. Now this next palette is from Zoeva. It is the caramel Melange, and I gotta say that these are a little ashy. I think that these might work for someone else. It is an okay look, but I did have to pack it onto my face, pack it onto my eyes for the colors to show up. The colors that I used are Start Soft, right here. I used that on my lid as well as a little above my crease. And then I went in with Edible Gem, which is like a dark shimmer that I expected to really pop on my lid, and it just didn't. I had to pack it, which of course caused fallout. There's some lighter colors in here. There's some shimmer colors in here. There's some bronzy colors in here. So the colors are not the problem. It is that the pigment just isn't there for me. This may work on someone who's a little bit lighter, but I mean, I was able to get an adequate eye look. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but I'm not in love with this palette. And if you told me that I had to pay for this separately and pay any more than $10 for it, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Last item in my first box are 2 gel paint eyeliners. And I guess they can be used for any part of your face, but there is a hot pink and there is a electric blue. So I knew that it was bright when I was putting it under my eyes. I knew it was bright. And I was going to use the pink, but it came out like crazy bright. Now, it didn't go with the look, so I ended up having to put some black eyeshadow under it and like smudge it, and then going in with a black liner and kind of just toning it down so you can still see the pink, but not as bright as it was before. But I do like how pigmented these are. These are super fun. If you need color, this is a really good product. Now, what I don't like about these is that I don't think that they can be sharpened. I think for as long as they are, once you use the tip, I don't know if there's more inside of here. I think this is all that you get. Now, I could be wrong. I tried to turn it, and it just is not turning. So, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's all you get, and that is really unfortunate because this is a really good product. So, that is my review. That is my unboxing. I will say for this first box, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I would give it a 6 out of 10 because the gel paint pens, fabulous. This Pure palette, fabulous. The primer, fabulous. But the Zoeva palette left a lot to be desired, and I really feel like if you're going to give me a full palette, that pigment really needs to be there, especially because I put in the things that I like on the website before they shipped out my box. Also, I'm just going to call this body lava because that's what it kind of comes out and looks like to me. I think this is useful, but I wish that maybe I could I could have more information about the product without me needing to Google it. I feel like if you're sending this to me, maybe send me a little sheet that says, slather this on your chest or whatever it's supposed to be for. But I will do more research. I mean, I have it in my home, so I'm gonna use it, but I'm not really sure what for. I think that BOXYCHARM so far is worth the money because I am getting full-size products and it's only $25 per month. I'm gonna see what the next 2 months bring to my home, and then if I find that it's not really serving me, I'm just gonna cancel. I do purchase new makeup products weekly or monthly, and so even if I'm getting 2 or 3 things that are working out of the 5, it's still more than $25 worth of stuff. So I would say if you want to try it, try it. It's $25. We're all at home right now anyway, so you might as well try it. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Conversations with Candace. Until next time, y'all have a good day.